is a 9-hour train ride from New York City to Pittsburgh. It's a beautiful escape from the city and provides expansive views across the great state of Pennsylvania and New Jersey. I started my trip at Penn Station, the busiest transportation facility in the Western Hemisphere. You'll need to arrive at least half an hour ahead of your scheduled trip to account for the walk to Moynihan Train Hall. You might even see some performers on your way. Once your train is announced, make your way to the designated line and descend down to the tracks below. Your car will depend on whether you purchased a coach or a business class ticket. The beginning of this route is very popular, so it's likely you'll have a seat partner for the start of the trip. Luckily, the seats are very comfortable and come with 2 outlets for charging all of your devices. The train ride starts in darkness as you exit the city and head into New Jersey. When you finally emerge into the light, you'll get a view of industrial Union City headed towards Newark. This is a slow section of the ride. We were moving at about 35 miles per hour. It was a cloudy day, which fit well with the construction happening near Secaucus. I felt like I was in an episode of The Sopranos as we passed over the Hackensack River. As we approached Newark Station, the train got even more full. The scenery got quieter and more peaceful as we left Newark behind and entered the part of New Jersey I prefer, the rural central and western towns. New Jersey is full of towns with small town charm, even though outsiders know it more for its large cities. The ride picked up steam as we approached Trenton, and I was surprised at the beauty of the Schuylkill River close to Philadelphia. The train runs alongside the Philadelphia Zoo, and even though I was a little bit disappointed I couldn't see any animals, there is a cool mural painted on the side of the parking garage. As we entered the Philadelphia Amtrak station, a good number of passengers got off, freeing up the seat next to me. We took a short stop here and the lights went out for a few minutes, although I'm not sure why. Once we left the Philadelphia station, it felt like the trip was really underway. The city soon gave way to the suburbs and the rain started up again. After about an hour, we entered Lancaster County, home of much of Pennsylvania's Amish population. It might not look like it in the rain, but in my opinion, this is some of the most beautiful land Pennsylvania has to offer. The land became more mountainous as we approached central Pennsylvania and the beautiful Susquehanna River. This river was a crucial boundary line in the Civil War, when the Union Army said that they would not allow an advancing Confederate army led by Robert E. Lee to cross. The bathrooms on board the Amtrak Pennsylvanian are similar to an airplane bathroom, pretty small but good enough to use in a pinch. And during a 9-hour train ride, you're probably going to have to use this at least once. After washing my hands, I got in line to grab a snack. I didn't film the kitchen area because there were so many people around, but I got a couple of bags of chips and a Diet Coke. Unfortunately, the service wasn't very friendly and the food was pretty expensive, so I would bring my own food if I did this trip again. The train had become less full by this point, and as we passed through mountainous central Pennsylvania, I passed the time by reading my book. Before long, we came to the Horseshoe Curve. Our conductor came over the speaker to give us a fascinating short history of the curve, which the Nazi Party attempted to sabotage in the middle of World War II. Luckily, those who planned to attack the site were caught before they could do so, and the Horseshoe Curve is still here for riders of the Pennsylvanian to enjoy.
Horseshoe Curve here on the left-hand side of the train. Again, this is the Horseshoe Curve.
As we approached western Pennsylvania, we passed through the city of Johnstown. Like much of western Pennsylvania, Johnstown was once a large steel town, but has seen a decrease in population since the height of the steel industry. We had fully escaped the rain by this point, and the sun filtered beautifully through the clouds. The town of Lrobe had a small stop, and I could soon feel my final destination approaching. It was getting late and the sun was going down. Before I knew it, one of the conductors came around to tell me that my stop was coming up. So I approached the front of the car and waited. This was the final stop before Pittsburgh, a little stop in the city of Greensburg. This was a long trip, and although the train car can get a bit hot at times, the ride is far more comfortable than a plane, and around half the price. If you're looking to travel to New York City or Pittsburgh and want to take in the sights, I don't think there's a better way to do so than the Amtrak Pennsylvanian.